Well, of course, the college football season is over. We now have a new national champion, and in just a few weeks, the NFL will crown its champion as the Super Bowl looms on February 11th. And to get you ready for the big game today, Dr. Tracey Brigman and I are cooking up some recipes, very quick recipes that'll help you and your crowd or whoever you're having over to watch the game have a good time, have some good eats. As you can see, we have our favorite teams on, some of which at the time of this taping are still in the playoffs. Others are out. Goodbye. See ya next year. Anyway, enough of that. I won't get on that. But how are you? Good to see you again.
I am good. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. So like you said, or like I said, quick, easy recipes today, starting with one of my favorites.
Yes, so we do appetizer nights a lot in our house, and we do 5 or 6. I'm going to show you 3. This one is a standard. I change things up, but we always do loaded potato bites. They're so much easier than doing potato skins.
Okay.
So what I did was I have 2 large russet potatoes that I cut into 1-inch circles, or not 1 inch, sorry, half-inch circles. So I want them to be similar in size so they bake evenly. I have these soaking in water so they didn't brown, but I'm gonna dunk them in butter so that they cook up nice and brown. And once I have them good and buttered up, I have my oven preheated to 400. I'm gonna put them in the oven, bake them for 15 minutes on one side. Then I'm gonna flip them over, bake them for 15 minutes on the other side till they're tender and brown. So I have bacon that I cooked ahead of time, crumbled it up, and then if you wanna go ahead and put some cheese on top of that. Oops, my fingers have butter all over them.
Get some of that.
Yep. So once I top it with bacon and cheese, I'm gonna put it back in that 400-degree oven for about between 5 and 10 minutes until the cheese melts.
Okay.
And it's gonna look like that.
All right, so moving right along.
Right, so what I discovered wonton wrappers, and they are about my favorite appetizer for any occasion, because you can make little cups and then you can fill them with whatever you want. So I'm gonna make 2 different wonton cups. One's gonna be a taco, which is family favorite, and the other one is gonna be a chipotle lime shrimp.
That's a twist.
Yeah, so you have your wonton wrappers, and you just take them and you put them in your muffin tin. You want to try, they don't have to be perfect in there, but you want to try to make sure that they don't fold over on each other, because then it makes it hard to fill. So fill up my muffin tin. I'm going to spray a little bit in it to help it brown with nonstick cooking spray. I'm going to put this in the oven at 350 degrees, and I'm going to bake it for 5 to 7 minutes.
It doesn't take long.
It does not take long. So
I've burnt them before.
Oh yeah, so I want them nice and brown. So we're gonna work on the chipotle lime shrimp.
Okay.
And so I'm going to have 1 tablespoon of olive oil and 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of chili powder, and this is 1 lime that I juiced. I'm just gonna mix that together. And then I'm gonna toss my shrimp in it. So there's 1 shrimp per wonton wrapper. So you can make as many as you want. I'm doing 12 shrimp and 12 taco meat.
How about we make sushi wonton wrappers? It's just raw shrimp in there.
We could.
That'd be kind of cool.
It could. So I'm just gonna mix that in to make sure that my shrimp are well seasoned and coated in oil and ready. So once I'm ready to do that, I can just pour it in my skillet, and I'm going to put that on the stove top, cook on medium heat until it's cooked through. Once it's cooked through, we move on to
the filling.
So we put a little scoop of guac in the bottom. That's probably plenty. And then if you want to, let's take this spoon. You want to put a little spoon of pico on top of that, because that other one was probably hard to maneuver.
That one?
It makes it nice and colorful.
Yes, it does. All right.
And then we top each one with our chipotle lime shrimp. And if you want, then you have green onion, again, just to give it a little bit more color on top. And that's our chipotle lime. So easy to eat, handheld. If people are not shrimp eaters, we also do taco wonton cups.
Very nice.
So this is a pound of ground beef that I followed the directions on the taco seasoning packet to make. So all you're gonna do is put your taco meat in the bottom of your wonton wrapper or cup. Again, we'll start with 4 of those. And if you don't wanna fill them, you can make a topping bar.
Moving on, a fun twist to popcorn, and we're not doing microwave popcorn, kids. No, this is the old-fashioned way.
It is. So this is a pimento cheese popcorn, which sounds kind of strange, but I promise you there's no mayonnaise in it. There's no mayonnaise. But I popped half a cup of popcorn on the stovetop. If you have an air popper, you can do it that way as well. Half a cup unpopped, pop it, but don't use the microwave bag that has the butter and everything on it. So I have my popcorn. It needs to remain hot. I have 3 ounces of sharp cheddar cheese that I grated with a zester. Because as you can see, it's really fine. If it's bigger hunks, it's not gonna melt very well. So super fine. And then I have a teaspoon of paprika. This is sweet paprika, there's hot paprika. And this is what makes it pimento cheese popcorn. Paprika is a dried pepper.
Okay.
So this is my pimento, dried, and that's why it comes in sweet and hot, because they're sweet and hot peppers. And then this is 2 teaspoons of kosher salt. So I'm gonna mix that together gently with my fingers because I don't want the cheese to clump. If I mix it with the spoon, it kind of clumps together. Once I have my butter melted and my cheese seasoned, I take your regular old grocery bag. Yep, and I'm gonna pour the popcorn in. So if you wanna hold that open, once I have the popcorn in there,
and you can wear this
you
if
can
you're
wear,
not
yes,
proud
right.
of your team.
That's right. Dual use. I'm going to spread the melted butter in there, and then we're going to put the seasoned cheese in there, and then you're just going to fold it over and shake it.
3 quick, easy recipes for your Super Bowl party if you're having a bunch of people over. And of course, you can find all these recipes by logging on to farm-monitor.com. Again, we promise quick and easy, and once again, Tracey has come through for us. So again, February 11th, the big game. Enjoy the game, Tracey.
Hopefully birds are in it.
Hopefully the birds are in it again at the time of this taping. We don't know yet, but we shall see.
Yep.
Anyway, good seeing you again.
Good to be here.
Good seeing you again, and we will see you next month.